I'm seeing now, Be'ez Hashem Yisbarach, Maseches taanith, Daf Chof, with the sugya of Mamadis. What is Mamadis? So here the Gemara brings down that the Mesakin Avim Yoshoyim Chov Dalad B'Shmara. So called Mishma Mishma Hoya Omed B'Shalayim. So Kahan, every Mishma had a Maimed Shel Kahanim Avim Yisrael. So as we said, that there were some of them that stayed in the cities, and then they had a delegation, a group of Kahanim Avim Yisraelim that were in Yerushalayim. Now here comes a very Gemara that's very hard to understand what it's talking about. It goes say like this: Tony, Abo ve'esem elef. So this is a pasuk somewhere. It says Abo ve'esem elef, and this is uses this for to explain that there were 24 mishmaras, melitza maybe. But let's see weiter. Omed mishalayim, chatzi omed meirichoy. There was one maimed from Yerushalayim and a half a maimed from Yericho. So it would, the most understandable way I can explain this is that let's say there was 100 people in Yerushalayim, there was 50 people that in Yericho that they sent food. They helped out these people. They were and it sounds like that Yericho and Yerushalayim was the closest city that were able to provide food for the people from Yerushalayim. That's why they only had 50 people there. They could have had 100 people in Yericho. But that's what it seems here, that every Maimed had 100 and people in Yerushalayim and 50 in Yericho. That's what the Israel that were in Haraba, in the Hazara, they were there to show that they're the Shluchim from the Yid. Tonu, Epshim, Akahan, Malavim, Israel, Bashim, Aknas, Akkar. Of Mishra blood time that Shim Kol Mishtachvim Elu Israel Bashir Mishay Avim at Chesed Sachan Ela Kiana at Chalas Ela Hakum Aknast. Then Chumishim blood the Shom Lamanado. It's from different pasuk. At Nasa Levim the Sunim Lahar Levam Tuch Meisro Elu Halavim. Lav the Sabbath Israel Ela Kiana Chap Ibn Israel Zashir. But the year Meisro Negev Israel Kodesh El Israel shouldn't have any negative. So here we dash from the Chaper b'nei Yisrael zeh Ashir. Menayim shashir kor kapara. Chinen avoid the barnate v'shem abnoy the Chaper b'nei Yisrael zeh Ashir. Yeah. Menayim shashir ma'akev. Says the Chaper zeh Ashir. But how do you know that Ashir is kor kapara? So he brings this drasha. The Chaper b'nei Yisrael zeh Ashir. Doesn't say where it's merumas, it means Shir. Menayim shashir kor kapara. So in this brayse it says the Chaper b'nei Yisrael zeh Ashir. Bianca by Acheb Pchir B'Shem Ebyochni. Shmoyne B'Shmos Kihine Hamed Moshe. Dalad B'Shel Lozer, Dalad B'Shel Somer. Ach Omer Dov Yishmul Aroy V'Sifalem Eit Shmoyne. Dalad B'Shel Somer Lozer, Dalad B'Shel Somer. Another 4 for each. So we have now 16 altogether. So it's 8 and 8. B'Shel Eit Shmoyne L'Sis Mechov Dalad. Ach B'Shel Lozer V'Mach B'Shel Somer. They had another 8 families from a Lozer. So that's why Lozer has 16 in the times of David. And the summer only had 8. He made the same 8 that was by the times of Shmuel. That's why when Elazar had 16, the other one only had 8. Base of Echad Ochaz Elazar. He got for each one he split into 2. Achaz this summer. Mashatavas, he remained the same. So his base of was the same as it was the time of Shmuel, but the ones from Elazar they came into two base of base of. V'yev Shem Avona lachzir. It's in the pasuk there in the Divrei Yomim. Lahachzir Yud Zayin. What does it mean? Shechozer hamachzir le'Elazar. He's trying to say that now going back again from 17. Lachzer is the 17th number. You look at the Yomim, it's the 17th number, it's called Lachzer. So you dash that because now it's a Chazorah. From number 17 till 24, that's going to be another that's going to belong to going back, returning to Elazar. You have 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, it's 8. So Lachzer is a remez that now we're returning again to Elazar and giving him another 8. נוסיף הימה יוסף דוד ישמעו הרויה במנוסם במנוסם במונס גדולה heißt es schon שמיש בנויט ושוין בשדה אחוזה עד שיתל חברו. So he says the reason why there's 24, why not 23 or any other number for that matter, he says that's the only way that every mishmer is going to get to the achuz. The halacha is that the Shabbos, that the week that Yovel Rosh Hashanah of Yovel it happens, they get Zdei Achuzas. That's a very valuable thing. So every once in 50 years, whoever is in the Mishmar that Shabbos, that week, when the Rosh Hashanah of Yovel happens, they get all the Zdei Achuzas. So now the Gemara says a very interesting thing that there's a lot of Pirushim on this and a lot of Cheshbonos. The only way to do it that nobody should get it twice until everybody gets it is to make it exactly 24 mishmaras. Like this, we figure out that nobody's going to get it twice until everybody gets it, all of the 24, and then we'll go. That's like a cycle. So everybody gets a chance to get all the achuzas. And this is the mathematics behind this is not so simple. So I wrote it up shot. It's definitely very, very hard to understand because first of all there's maybe Baris years, so it's not every year has different types of weeks. So how can you say in every Yovel there's the same types of weeks? Every year is different. So it's not that like a certain Yovel has exactly the same amount of weeks. So you must assume that there was a certain amount of Shabbosim, counting, let's say, 50 years, making an average how many weeks, because every Mishma is another week, right? So you will say 50 years times 50 Be'erich average, if you make all the Mebaris, there's the Shona Pshuta has 50 times 7, 50 Shabbosis. And then there's Mebaris having 54. So you have to make an average. So let's say there's 51 weeks, something like that, 51 and a half per year, if you make an average for all the 50 years. So anyway, it's, I don't know, it needs a lot of beer. I wrote it up shot, but to figure it out. So the Gemara, the Almish Mosel Emina Goyle. They came from Goyle, from talking about the second of Mikdash. There's Yidai Chorim Pashcha V'im. Based on the name of the man of Misha V'neim Shafilu Yoyroim Edom Nagoyle Yitcha Mishma Shalofana V'di Asat Feilulay. Since they came up first, they deserve to be the main, and the others to Feilulay. It means that the name of the Mishma is going to be on their name. They're always going to be the. That's what it means. Or they should be after them. I'm going to be the name of Sachavdal Geroz. Between the Kalfi, boy, you die, not Lahei, Behu Arevav. So they were considered like everybody has to fit into these 4 that came up. Yedaya, it took 5. So Bevacharim not Lahei, Pashku not Lahei. So all these that didn't come up are going to be shaykh to Yedaya. Yedaya is gonna tell them one of his 6 weeks that he has. He's going to become a toffel for, let's say, Yedaya picked him up, so Yedaya is going to send him somewhere in one of his weeks. But only Rosh Mishmar was asked about the Obis. Then each Mishmar also has Bati Obis. Yesh Mishmar by Hey Vav Zayin Ches Tes. Some of them divided into 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's interesting. So let's say there's in one Mishmar 9 Bati Obis, so it must be that 3 of them were one day, or 2 one day and 2 they have to take, because there's only 7 days in a week. So we're going to see the Gemara is going to explain it. Let's say you only divided the Mishnah into 5 sections, 5 bata ovis. So 3 of them, let's say Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Now we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Shabbos. So 2 of them, one of them is Wednesday, Thursday, other one Friday, Shabbos. Mishpat has 6 beta ovis. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's each only one base up. Be'echad, and then there's one that does Friday and Shabbos. Mishroy by Shiva is very simple. Everybody does his day. Mishroy by Ches, if you have 8 groups, Vav Makrivim Vav Yomim, Beis Makrivim Yom Echad. You have to squeeze in 2 bata obas on Shabbos. Mishroy by Tes, Hey Makrivim Hey Yomim, without Makrivim Beis Yom. So we have till Thursday, there's only 1. Then Friday, 2, and Shabbos 2. That's how we fill out all the 8. יש מהם שקבעו עצמם לאוילם משמר. לאוילם. משמר שהוי בשבס, הוי בשבס לאוילם. Mitzvah Shabbos, in other words, they had, here it means, Mishma means by itself here. Means even this, they had also a few ways how to do it. So, these basic Bata Obas, there were certain families, so either they can be flexible, that this base of always gets Sunday, or we can change around. Yesh mem shoy magril makol mishma mishma. That means, no. Last time you had Sunday, I had Monday. Let's say this family had Sunday. Now we're gonna make a go roll. Maybe you're gonna have Monday. I'm gonna have Sunday. Yesh mem shoy magril mish akol shavua shavua. What does it mean? Shavua means betchilas kol sheva shanan. Beginning of the Shemitah, igrilu miya b'yam aleph, means this was for this whole Shemitah. Not every time this mishpah comes around to make a separate goyrel. Just we'll do this for the whole Shemitah. This will last. This division of the Bata Ovas, who should be Sunday, who should be Monday. Not every time they come up almost twice a year, right? Because there's 24 Mishmaris, there's 48 weeks in a year, at least. So instead of making it every time, you just make it each. I'll call Shavua a Shavua. Only each Shemitah year. I'll call Shavua a Shavua. Shavua means Shemitah here. That doesn't mean a week. Okay. Now, here is also very interesting Gemara. It's interesting historical thinking in Gemara. Let's see. Rabbeinu HaKadosh. Right, to fill out the name, should know what this is. Rabbi Avamim Train Menuyim in Havakadai. Either a Roy Lakach, he had always 2 people, he always mamana 2 people. In Lo Havan Stalken. In Havakadai, he would always make 2 people. If they were Roy and his time, in Lu Havan Stalken. It was very dangerous. If you're not Roy Lakach, they died. Mit the Omer, refuge nicht pocket the bray Omer. He said for his son, he said no. L'sayvet came, and the money killing kechad. He told him, he should give everybody who deserves it. Don't wait every time only 2, every year only 2. You can put much more than 2 you can make. You shouldn't be so strict like I did. Imani l'Rab Chama b'Chanina b'Roisha. Okay, we have to stop here. It's already 15 minutes.